we'll begin. We don't overrun. So I accidentally sliced some of my arm open yesterday when I was opening a can of dog food. Those things are lethal. But I'm probably going to avoid any downward facing dogs or anything just because I don't want to put too much pressure on the area. So yeah, I will just be avoiding doing any inversions or any extreme weight bearing to my left arm. But I thought today that we could do a session to soothe symptoms of anxiety, stress, and kind of restless mind, restless body. We did a little bit yesterday, but um, there's a lot going on in the world right now. I always find there's a bit of cognitive dissonance between going through your day, doing everything, and then a lot of stuff going on in the world. So that can sometimes create, whether we're conscious of it or not, some stress in the body. So anything that can help to alleviate some of those symptoms in our practice is always very helpful to feel a little bit more grounded. And we're going to start in an optional child's pose. If you're like, well, Tash, I really don't feel like coming into child's pose, you can come into a seated position. But I'd like to offer an optional forward fold in child's pose. And we won't be here for too long. So take your knees a little bit wider and big toes might be touching at the back. Sitting the hips back towards your heels. Slide your palms forwards and drop the forehead down towards the earth. If you feel a little bit more comfortable making a forearm pillow for the head, then feel free to do that instead. And just take a few moments to work out how exactly your knees need to be placed. So the knees need to be a little bit wider, a little bit closer together to be the right fit for comfort. And just take a few natural breaths as you let your head become heavy, and your chest to sink down and your tummy to soften. And enjoy that length through the spine, your long and spacious spine. And we'll begin by taking 3 rounds of Bhramari Pranayama. So this is our Bumble Bee breathing. It's a wonderful way to ground and soothe the system. We'll do 3 together where we inhale through the nose and exhale with a humming sound, encouraging you to let that humming sound be as long and as loud as you want it to be. So we'll do it together, inhaling through the nose. Two more. Last one. Let the vibration just fade off into the distance. And we'll take 2 more breaths here. Beautiful. And then we're going to start to move in a repetitive, rhythmical way. So starting to synchronize movement to breath. Separate the feet and the knees so they're about hip width apart. And then as we inhale, we're just going to lift the hips off the heels and bring the spine forward so the crown of the head draws forwards towards the top of the mat. Then as we exhale, we're just going to sit the hips back towards your heels as you let the chest sink down. And we'll just repeat that movement here. So inhale to lift your hips, spine reaches forwards. And then exhale to draw the hips back towards your heels. Keep that going a couple more rounds. We start to harmonize movement to breathing. And slow rhythmical breaths, starting to influence slow rhythmical movements. Beautiful. And then you can keep this going, or maybe we start to take a little bit more of a circular motion with your hips. So as we inhale, lift your hips and circle the hips over towards the left and then forwards towards the top of your mat. And then exhale, hips circle over towards the right and then back towards your heels. So moving in a clockwise direction. You can inhale for half the circle and then exhale for the other half. And just bending your elbows as much as you need to get that smooth transition round. Once you've gone 3 rounds in clockwise, you might stay with that direction, or you might switch and go anti-clockwise if you want to. Let's do 2 more. Waking up through the side bodies. Beautiful. Make this your last exhale here. Then inhale, lift yourself back up to tabletop. And exhale, we'll just give our wrists a little rest. So drop the elbows down roughly underneath your shoulders. Coming down to forearms, spread your fingers wide and have the middle fingers pointing forwards. And we'll move into a little bit more of a cat-cow motion here. So as we inhale, dip the belly button low. Spread your sitting bones towards the back of your mat. Lift up through the chest. And exhale, ground down through your palms, tucking the bum under, rounding through the mid back and upper back, and drop the chin down towards the chest. Keep that going with your breath. Inhale, radiating, pulling the heart forwards in between your upper arms. And then exhale to round and dome through the spine, chin to chest. Couple more rounds. And this time we're waking up through the front and the backs of the body, backs of the spine, front of the spine. Beautiful. And as we inhale, come back to a neutral spine. As we exhale, just draw the hips back towards your heels. And then we'll just keep in movement. Start to slide the hands back towards your knees and lift yourself all the way up into a kneeling position at the back of your mat. So as you come up to a kneeling position, just make sure there's a little gap in between your thighs. You might bring the hands together in the heart space, maybe the hands on the body instead. Close the eyes or relax the gaze. And just a moment to set an intention for your practice today. So you might be using an I am statement and a positive affirmation, something that you wish to cultivate in your life. What might help you live a little bit more ease for the next couple of days. I'm going to keep that intention, your sankalpa, in mind. As we open the eyes, and starting to harmonize movement to breathing as we inhale, sweeping the space around you clear as you reach the arms up and overhead. Palms might join, you might gaze up. As we exhale, draw the hands down the head, the heart, then the belly. Let's just say that a couple more times. Inhaling, widening the expanse of your arms. You might even gaze up a tad. And then exhaling, gathering yourself in the present moment as you drop the thumbs to heart center. Let's take that once more, breathing in. And exhale out. Lovely. Then open the eyes. We're going to bring the hands back down underneath your shoulders. But this time a little bit different. Right hand stays down. Left fingertips onto left temple. Then as we inhale, open up through that chest as we reach that left elbow up towards the sky. Let the head twist as well, so the upper spine twists. And then exhaling, closing up through the chest. Let that left elbow drop down and across the body towards the right wrist. Doesn't actually have to touch. We'll do that twice more with the breath. Inhale to open, left elbow pointing up. And then exhale to close, left elbow to right wrist. Take that once more. Beautiful. And plugging that left hand back down. And we'll switch sides, right fingertips onto right temple. Inhaling, opening and peeling the chest open as you reach that right elbow up. And exhale, right elbow across the body towards the left wrist. Take that twice more with your breath. Seeing if you can lift the gaze as well, so we're getting the upper part of the spine involved. Once more. Beautiful. Then inhale, plug that right hand down. Option one, if you're like, please, Tash, I just kind of want to chill, just drop the hips back towards your heels, come into child's pose. If you're coming with me, we're going to tuck the toes, hover the knees off the mat, send the tailbone up and back and come into your downward facing dog. I'm going to avoid downward dog today because of my injury. But if you are in downward dog, see if you can actively press your chest back towards your thighs so you get that integrity and length in the spine. And then maybe taking a few pedals out through the feet, a little nod through the head. And you've probably done this pose many, many times before. So just noticing what feels different in your body today. And start to acclimatize your body to this shape by weaving the breath into the posture. Coming back into stillness. Take an inhale and an exhale. Beautiful. And then inhale, rise up to tiptoes. Bend the knees, look forwards. As we exhale, start to walk the hands back towards your feet. So you're ending up in a kind of floppy, relaxed forward fold at the back of your mat. Now you can take the feet a little bit wider if you want to. Have all 10 toes pointing forwards and maybe just initiating a gentle sway of the upper body from side to side. That might help to just release through the lower back a little bit more. You might even clasp elbows. Just make sure the head is nice and heavy if you can. So you might even nod the head a couple of times. And I'd like you to see if you can play with the distribution of weight in the feet. So shift the weight forwards towards the soles of the feet. Shift the weight back towards the heels. Maybe even a circular motion or side to side. So we're really waking up that connection to the earth. Take a breath in and a breath out. Beautiful. Then release the arms down. Inhale, push into the feet, bend your legs. And exhale, start to roll the spine all the way up to standing. Bringing the head and the shoulders to arrive ideally last. Once you come up to standing, just take a couple of shoulder rolls or any movement that you need to. If you'd rather stay in stillness today, then just easing yourself into stillness. Good time to take a sip of tea or water if you want to. And then when you're ready, we're going to interlace the fingers in front of the chest. Keep looking forwards towards the top of your mat. I'll just turn around so you can see me. And then bring the palms towards the back of the head. Let the elbows be nice and wide and see if you can soften the shoulders away from the ears here so we get a nice long length through the back of the neck. Then as we inhale, see if you can push the head really gently in towards the palms. You might even lean the head back slightly, look up towards the sky, elbows nice and wide. As we exhale, tuck the chin in towards the chest and start to round through the upper back as we drop the elbows in a touch. Keep that going. So as we inhale, a sense of opening, expanding through the chest. You might even gaze up. As we exhale, rounding and doming through the upper back, and just have a little squeeze of your bum here just to prevent any dumping, too much dumping of the weight in the lower back. Keep that going with your breath. Inhale. And exhale to curl the spine back into safety. Once more with your breath. Beautiful. Then inhale, lift the spine. As we exhale, just drop the arms down. We'll just move into a repetitive rhythmical movement once more. As we inhale, reach the right arm up towards the sky as you look over your left shoulder. So you're looking over the open shoulder. And as we exhale, come back through center. And we'll switch sides. Inhale, left arm reaches up, twisting the head, looking over your right shoulder. And exhale back through middle. Just take that a couple more times each side. Just rotating the head as far as feels comfortable for your head and your neck. Start to feel your limbs move through space. Make this your last one here. Oh, always feels so nice, that one. And then as we inhale, hands on towards your hips. We're going to come into a balance from here. So shifting weight into your right leg. Pick up the heel of your left foot and spin the left knee out towards the side. So we're opening up through the hip first. Then we're going to come into tree pose, Virkasana. So the heel might come in towards your ankle, option one. Option two, maybe you bring the foot a little bit higher and rest at the side of the shin, or perhaps above the knee and you rest the foot on top of the thigh. So if you want to try out each option and see which one works for you best today, hands might come together in the heart space. And I'd like you to see if you can focus your gaze onto one spot on the ground that's not moving in front of you. So it's tempting sometimes in class to let your gaze kind of flitter around the room. But we're just exercising a little bit of discipline here. So can you focus and keep the focus on one spot ahead of you? And often when we kind of discipline the gaze, our mind can start to follow. And we can focus on what's really important to us. Keep breathing. 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Then as we inhale, we're going to close up that left hip, so left knee pointing forwards, and you're going to rest the toes of your left foot in front of you. So keep the heel lifted. Then as we inhale, draw that right arm across the body towards the left hip. And as we exhale, reach that left arm towards the back of the mat, twisted balance. Option one, stay here. Option two, if you're like, Tash, I feel super steady, you might flex that left foot and lift that left knee in line with that left hip. You can even wrap that left arm around the left knee or the left shin. Keep lifting up through the crown of the head. You might even look towards that left hand, embracing all those little wobbles and shakes. Take an inhale and an exhale. One more breath in and exhale. Slowly unravel back through center. Release that left leg all the way down. Have a little shake out through that standing leg. Beautiful. And then we'll do that whole sequence on the other side. So just forget what happened on one side. Doesn't really matter. Hands might come on towards your hips. That always helps me to balance a little bit better. And shifting your weight into your left foot this time, pick up the heel of your right foot. Spin the right knee out towards the side, heel to ankle, foot to shin, or foot to thigh. Beautiful. And you might even take another option on this side. Hands might come together in the heart space, and just remember that discipline of the gaze in front of you. So focusing your gaze on one spot ahead of you. Might be tempting to let the gaze flitter, but see if you can stay focused. Breathing here. Let the breath be received in the lower abdomen area. We'll take 2 more breaths. And embracing all those little wobbles and shakes, we're going to close up that right hip. So right knee pointing forwards. Rest the toes of the right foot in front of you, but keep the heel lifted. So it's almost like the toes are just about to touch on the ground, maybe even just skimming the ground. Then left arm draws across the body towards your right hip. And start to extend that right arm back behind you. Fingertips reach towards the back of the mat. Now you might stay here, option one. Option two, maybe you flex that right foot, squeeze your right glute here, activate your right glute, and see if that right knee can lift up in line with that right hip. You might even wrap that left arm around the right knee or the right shin. If you feel super steady, you can take the gaze towards that back hand. Keep lifting up through the crown of the head, grounding down through that standing foot. Take an inhale and an exhale. Doesn't matter if you fall, it's all part of the practice. We're just building muscle memory here. One more breath in. Exhale, float back through center. Release that right leg all the way down. Give it a little shake, both legs a little shake out. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, as we inhale, we're going to sweep the arms up and overhead. Palms might join, we might gaze up. As we exhale, bend your legs, lead with your chest fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift, crown of the head reaches forwards, tailbone back as you lift the hands up towards your knees. As we exhale, start to fold a little deeper. Bring the hands down in front of your feet and walk the hands forwards and find a downward facing dog here. Push the chest back towards your thighs. Take a breath in and a breath out. Walk the feet a little bit closer together. Then as we inhale, shift your weight into your left foot as we sweep the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. As we exhale, draw the right knee in towards the nose, dome, and curl through the spine. So we'll do that 2 more times. A little bit of strength. Inhale, right leg reaches up and back, three-legged dog. Keep the shoulders square. Exhale, right knee to nose, dome, and curl. Once more with your breath. Inhale, right leg reaches up and back. Exhale, we'll see if we can step that right foot in between the hands. Settle the back knee down and untuck the back toe. Lift your spine up and keep the right knee in line with your front ankle. I'd like you to see if you can bring that right hand on towards your right thigh. Bend your left arm and bring that palm towards the back of the head. Sometimes in our low lunge, we tend to round through the spine. So we're going to try and avoid that, counteract some of that. So push the head really gently in back towards the hand. Find that length through the back of the neck. Keeping that length in the spine, maybe you lunge a little bit further forwards. And keeping that length in the spine, maybe you reach the fingertips skywards. Take an inhale. Exhale, windmill both hands to come to frame the front foot. Then left hand stays down, right hand lifts. Take a low lunge twist over towards your right. Option one, stay here. Option two, if you want a little bit more power and strength, you can tuck the back toe and lift the back knee. Push that left heel away from you. Take an inhale. Exhale, right hand comes down and slowly start to slide your right foot back and come back into your downward facing dog. Take an inhale through the nose, push the chest back towards your thighs. Exhale here, walk the feet a little bit closer together. We'll do that whole sequence on the other side. So inhale, shifting weight into your right leg, sweep the left leg up and back, lift it as high as you can. Exhale, left knee to nose, dome, and curl through the spine. Do that twice more. Inhale, left leg reaches back, almost like it's sliding up a wall behind you. Exhale, left knee to nose. Once more, breathing in. And exhale. This time, look forwards towards the top of your mat. See if that left foot can stack in between the hands. Slowly soften the back knee down. You can untuck the back toe. Lift your spine up. Check your front knee is in line with your front ankle. Left hand onto left thigh. Right hand behind your head. Push the head really gently in back towards your palm so you find a little bit more length. Making sure you don't go too far so that you're looking up, so you're still gazing forwards. Keeping that length in the spine, maybe we lunge a little bit further forwards. Keeping that length in the spine, reaching fingertips up. Take an inhale. Exhale as you are. Then inhale, windmill both hands to come to frame the front foot. Exhale, right hand stays down, left hand lifts. Open through the chest and reach left fingertips skywards. Option one, stay here. I'm going to chill here. If you want to, you can tuck the back toe and lift the back knee for a little bit more strength. Take an inhale. Exhale as you are. And inhale, bring that left hand down onto the left side of that front foot. As we exhale, drop the back knee down if it's not already there. Bring that left knee back underneath the left hip. And then we'll come into child's pose. So we end just like we started, sitting the hips back towards your heels. You might make a little pillow with both forearms here. Let the forehead rest down. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling, letting that breath go. Just noticing how the energy shifted or not shifted in the body, the quality of your breath, and the temperature of your skin. You have the option to stay here to end your practice. You can come to lie back, or you can come up into a seated position. So we're going to be just resting for about 2 to 3 minutes, a very brief shavasana, if you like. Closing the eyes, relaxing the gaze. And sometimes when we feel stressed or anxious, it can feel like we have all of the tools. We know what to do when we feel stressed, but it's hard to get ourselves to do just that. So I encourage you to know in this moment right now that what you've done on the mat is enough. And start to deepen the breathing, taking a sweeter breath in and out. Moving the body when it feels intuitive to do so. Having a nice full body stretch, maybe a yawn. And slowly making your way up into a comfortable seated position facing roughly this way. If you wish to stay in a restful position for a little bit longer, I encourage you to stay. You might bring the hands on towards your body, maybe bring prayer hands to heart if you wish. Closing the eyes. And just reminding yourself of your intention, your positive affirmation that you set at the start of the practice. I am that. And then keeping that intention in mind as you draw the head down towards your heart, thanking you and your wonderful, wonderful body for your practice today. Let's end by taking one last breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Thank you, peeps, for joining. We're going to add to this sequence on Sunday, so do kind of similar-ish, but then add a little bit more strength to it. So hope to see you there. If not, have a nice day. Thank you. Bye.